Hey everyone, what's up? It's your girl Liza, back again, but this time on the Walking Thread. We're about to take a wild ride through history. Hold on to your hats. We're diving deep into the 10 inventions that changed the world, from the way we travel to the way we connect to the way we exist in this tech-filled world. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's get this show on the road. First up, let's kick it old school, like way old school, with the OG game changer, the wheel. Can you imagine a world without wheels? No cars, no bikes, no scooters. It'd be like trying to walk to your bestie's house across the country, uphill both ways, in the rain, with no Wi-Fi. Seriously though, the wheel was a total game changer. Before wheels, people had to drag or carry everything. Can you imagine trying to move a giant woolly mammoth without a wheelbarrow? Talk about a workout. But then, bam! Someone was like, hey, what if we make this round thing and roll stuff on it? And the rest, as they say, is history. The wheel was like the original life hack, making everything from transportation to building so much easier. And speaking of transportation, the wheel really got things moving. It allowed people to travel farther and faster, which meant they could trade more goods, connect with other cultures, and, actually see the world without spending their entire lives on the road. It's crazy to think that something as simple as a wheel could have such a massive impact on human civilization. But that's the power of invention, my friends. It's about looking at the world around us and thinking, how can I make this better? How can I make this easier? How can I make this roll? The wheel paved the way for everything from chariots to cars to airplanes. It's the ultimate symbol of progress, constantly moving us forward. So the next time you're cruising down the street, give a little shout out to the wheel, the OG innovator that made it all possible. Okay, so we've talked about getting around, but what about something even more basic, like, not dying of thirst? Enter water supply systems. Yeah, I'm talking about those magical pipes that bring clean water straight to our homes. Before modern plumbing, getting clean water was a major struggle. People had to walk miles to rivers or wells, and even then, the water wasn't always safe to drink. It's no wonder diseases spread like wildfire back in the day. Imagine trying to take a selfie with a cholera outbreak, not a good look. But then, some genius was like, hold my bucket, I've got an idea. And boom, water supply systems were born. Talk about a game changer. Suddenly people had access to clean water right in their homes. No more trekking for miles, no more dodgy water sources. Just pure, refreshing hydration at the turn of a tap. And let's not forget about the whole sanitation situation. Before indoor plumbing, let's just say things weren't exactly rosy. Think chamber pots and, well, let's just leave it at that. But with water supply systems came toilets, sewers, and a whole new level of hygiene. Trust me, your nose thanks you, past inventors. But it wasn't just about convenience and smelling better. Clean water and sanitation meant fewer diseases, which meant longer lifespans and healthier populations. Cities could finally grow without being crippled by epidemics. So yeah, water supply systems were a pretty big deal. They revolutionized public health, allowed cities to flourish, and basically made modern life possible. So the next time you take a long, hot shower, give a little nod to the plumbers of the past. You guys are the real MVPs. Okay, before Instagram, before TikTok, before even MySpace, RIP Tom's friend requests, there was the OG way to go viral, the printing press. Imagine a world where every single book was handwritten. Like, can you imagine copying the entire Hunger Games trilogy by hand? My wrist is cramping just thinking about it. But then, bam! Johannes Gutenberg swoops in with the printing press, like a superhero of literacy. This invention used movable type to quickly create copies of pages, meaning books could be made way faster and cheaper. Suddenly, knowledge was like, boom, I'm accessible now. It was like the Renaissance's version of hitting share information spread faster than gossip in a high school cafeteria. More people could learn to read, new ideas could spread, and the world became a slightly less clueless place. Just slightly, let's be real. And hold on, it wasn't just about textbooks and boring stuff. The printing press also meant newspapers and pamphlets could be printed quickly and cheaply. So, if you wanted to start a revolution, expose a scandal, Or just complain about the price of bread, you could just print it out and pass it around. This little invention completely changed the game for freedom of speech and the spread of information. It's like the OG Twitter, but with less drama and more elegant fonts. Okay, maybe the same amount of drama, but definitely fancier fonts. The printing press really was a game changer. It empowered people, challenged authority, and basically laid the foundation for the information age we live in today. So next time you're scrolling through your phone, give a little nod to the printing press, the OG influencer of the world. All right, folks, buckle up because things are about to get steamy. And no, I'm not talking about a new romance drama, although wouldn't that be juicy? I'm talking about the invention that revolutionized transportation and industry, the steam engine. Before the steam engine, if you wanted to get somewhere, you had to walk, ride a horse, or, just chill and accept the fact that you might never see the world beyond your village. Talk about a travel bummer. But then, enter the steam engine, powered by the OG renewable resource water. This bad boy used the power of steam to move pistons and gears, creating energy that could power machines and vehicles. It was like magic, but with less glitter and more steam. Suddenly, we had trains chugging across continents, boats sailing upstream, and factories pumping out goods faster than you can say mass production. It was a whirlwind of innovation, and the world was never the same again. This invention wasn't just about getting from point A to point B faster. It was about connecting people, ideas, and goods in ways that were previously unimaginable. It was like the original World Wide Web, but with more coal and less cat videos. The steam engine powered the Industrial Revolution, transforming our world from a sleepy village to a bustling global marketplace. It changed how we lived, worked, and traveled, paving the way for the technological marvels we have today. Okay, picture this. You're living in a world without electricity, like candles for light, hand-washing clothes, no Netflix. I know, right? Terrifying. For most of human history, that's just how it was. We relied on fire, manpower, and a whole lot of patience to get things done. But then some seriously bright minds, pun intended, started tinkering with this mysterious force called electricity. At first, it was all sparks and shocks, a bit like that awkward first date with science. But slowly we started to understand this powerful force, and boy, did things change fast. Suddenly, we could light up our homes with the flick of a switch power machines that could do the work of 100 horses and communicate instantly across vast distances. It was like the world woke up from a long nap and was ready to party. Electricity became the lifeblood of modern society, powering everything from our homes and hospitals to our factories and, of course, our beloved devices. Can you imagine scrolling through TikTok by candlelight? No way, Jose! Electricity revolutionized communication, transportation, and pretty much every aspect of our lives. It connected us in ways we never thought possible, proving that sometimes the most shocking discoveries lead to the brightest futures. Picture this. You want to tell your friend about an amazing invention, but they live across the country. Before the telephone, you'd write a letter and wait for a pigeon to deliver it. Can you imagine? Then Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. Suddenly, people could have conversations no matter how far apart they were. So next time you're chatting on your phone, thank Mr. Bell for saving us from waiting for pigeons. The telephone was a game changer. It laid the groundwork for today's communication technology. No telephone, no smartphones, no video calls with grandma. It had a huge impact on businesses. Before the telephone, you'd send a raven to order pizza. Businesses could communicate instantly. The world got smaller and more connected. It was a total revolution. Imagine a world without antibiotics. A paper cut could sideline you for weeks. Life before penicillin was risky. In 1928, Alexander Fleming made a game-changing discovery. He found mold-killing bacteria in a petri dish. This mold was penicillin, the first antibiotic. With penicillin, infections that were once a death sentence became treatable. It was like a medical miracle. People stopped dying from things like strep throat and pneumonia. Which, thank goodness, because those are not the most glamorous ways to go. Penicillin and other antibiotics that followed revolutionized medicine. Suddenly, surgeries were safer, childbirth was less risky, and people could actually recover from infections that would have killed them before. It was a whole new era of health and well-being. And you know what's even cooler? Penicillin is still used today to treat infections. It's like the OG antibiotic, the one that started it all. So next time you're feeling under the weather and your doctor prescribes you some antibiotics, take a moment to thank Alexander Fleming and his accidental discovery. It's a good reminder that sometimes the greatest discoveries happen when you least expect them. Like when you find a $20 bill in your pocket or accidentally invent a life-saving medicine. All right, let's talk about electronics, because who doesn't love a good gadget, am I right? But before we had smartphones and laptops and all that jazz, we had these things called vacuum tubes. And let me tell you, they were not cute. Vacuum tubes were these big, bulky things that were used in electronics like radios and early computers. They were like the dinosaurs of the electronics world, big, clunky, and kind of extinct. But then, in 1947, along came the transistor. The transistor was like the cool younger sibling of the vacuum tube. It was smaller, faster, more efficient, and way less likely to overheat and set your house on fire. It was a total game changer. And you know what's even cooler? The transistor was invented by a group of scientists at Bell Labs, the same place where Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. It's like they had a secret lab where they just churned out world-changing inventions. The invention of the transistor was like the Big Bang of the digital age. It paved the way for smaller, more powerful electronics, which eventually led to, well, pretty much everything we know and love today. Think about it. Without the transistor, we wouldn't have smartphones, computers, tablets, video games, digital cameras, or even the internet. We'd probably still be walking around with giant radios on our shoulders and using computers the size of refrigerators. The transistor revolutionized the way we live, work, and communicate. It made technology more accessible, affordable, and portable. It's like the unsung hero of the digital age, the tiny giant that changed everything. So next time you're scrolling through your phone or binge-watching your favorite show, take a moment to appreciate the tiny but mighty transistor. It's the reason we can carry the power of 1,000 vacuum tubes in our pockets. And trust me, you don't want to carry 1,000 vacuum tubes in your pocket. Okay, picture this. It's the 90s. You want to listen to your favorite song, you gotta dust off that CD player, find the right disc, hope it's not scratched. But then the internet explodes onto the scene. Suddenly, we're not just limited to dial-up tones and slow downloads. We're talking instant access to information, connecting with people across the globe. It's revolutionized education, made businesses global, and changed how we consume entertainment. I'm just trying to keep up, people. Now let's talk about the elephant in the digital room, social media. Remember when MySpace was the coolest kid on the block? Yeah, things change faster than my attention span after scrolling for 5 minutes. Social media has connected us in ways we never thought possible. We can share our lives, our thoughts, sometimes maybe too many thoughts, and our questionable dance moves with the world. But with great power comes great responsibility, or at least that's what Uncle Ben said. And he seemed like a pretty wise dude. It's a platform for activism, for sharing stories, and for challenging the status quo. It's a tool for change, and that's pretty darn powerful. But let's be real, the internet isn't all sunshine and rainbow filters. Cyberbullying, misinformation, those targeted ads that seem to know you better than your own dog. It's a wild, wild web out there. So, remember to be kind, think before you click, and maybe invest in some good ad blocker software. Your sanity will thank you. Buckle up, Buttercup. Things are about to get futuristic. Remember those sci-fi movies where robots take over the world? AI is changing the game in ways we never thought possible. It's like giving a computer a super-powered brain, from personalized recommendations to self-driving cars. Enter generative AI, the overachiever of the AI family. This tech can create things, writing poems, composing music, generating images. I'm both terrified and excited about technology. Now, before you start picturing a world ruled by robot overlords, let's talk about the good stuff. AI has the potential to revolutionize so many industries, from healthcare to education to, well, pretty much everything. Imagine doctors using AI to diagnose diseases with incredible accuracy or personalized learning experiences tailored to each student's needs. It's like having a personal assistant for every aspect of your life, except this assistant won't judge your questionable fashion choices, or at least I hope not. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben, you wise soul, you. We gotta make sure AI is developed ethically, responsibly, and without any hidden biases. We don't want our robot overlords inheriting our human flaws, right? The future of AI is a blank canvas, and it's up to us to paint a picture that benefits everyone. So let's embrace the possibilities, stay informed, and maybe set some ground rules for the robots just in case. From the humble wheel to the mind-blowing power of AI, we've journeyed through time, exploring inventions that have shaped our world and continue to blow our minds. Each innovation, a testament to human ingenuity, a reminder that we're capable of incredible things when we put our minds together. And the best part? This is just the beginning. The future is brimming with possibilities, waiting for the next big idea to spark a revolution. Maybe that spark comes from you. So if these incredible inventions left you shook, let me know which one you found the most mind-blowing in the comments below. And hey, while you're at it, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more mind-expanding adventures. Because the world is full of wonders, let's walk through the threads together.